What's up everybody, Havoc here. So we've got a new PS5 console about to be released in November. Now, Sony isn't calling it the PS5 Slim, but the majority of us are. They're just saying it's redesigned with a smaller form factor. So what are the differences between the two? Well, for one, it's smaller, which is obvious, but how much smaller is it really? Here are the dimensions for the two. Now, being a visual person, I need to see the two side by side to really determine the extent of the size difference. Overall, it seems to be about a 30% decrease in size. It's still a big console, but not as big as it used to be. Other differences are the amount of storage. The redesign has 1TB storage, while the other model had 825GB. You still have the option to increase the storage the same as before. There's no change in terms of power between the two. There are also two USB-C ports on the front now versus the previous model, which had a USB-A and USB-C on the front. I would have liked if they just left the USB-A because most of the accessories that I use personally are still USB-A to USB-C. Now, if we have any of those accessories, we have to plug them to the back of the PS5, where there are still two USB-A ports. Lastly, the redesign. It has a detachable disk drive, but I'm curious why they even have that option. Is it because we're going to have, an option to add in something else into place of the disk drive, like going forward? Would be cool to see, maybe an upgraded graphics card if you can attach it there, or something for VR. I'm just speculating at this point. I have no idea what its, main purpose is, but still curious to know why they went in this direction. And as far as pricing goes, honestly, it's better to get the disc version because it costs $499 and the digital costs $449. But if you want to add the disc drive later to the digital, then it's going to cost you an extra $80. So overall, it's going to cost you $30 more. In the long run, it's cheaper to go with the disc. Not only that, Sony is only giving the horizontal stand to have the console in the horizontal position. If you want to place it vertically, you have to buy the vertical stand, which costs about $30. It's just another way to nickel and dime consumers, and I think that's kind of scummy, but this is the direction they're heading in. There will be other console covers launching in 2024 as well. Some of the colors are all matte black and deep earth collection colors in like volcanic red, cobalt blue, sterling silver, and the prices are starting at $54.99. Now, since this new PS5 has like 4 different plates on it, I wonder if they're going to launch the same colors but for the redesign. As far as pricing goes, I'm not sure why Sony increased the price of the digital, maybe because the prices have went up worldwide and they're just trying to match that, or maybe because they added in a terabyte for storage and now they're trying to make up some of the money back. I'm not sure. The redesign launches in November and I'm not really a fan of how the disc version looks. It's kind of like a tumor growing from the side of the PS5. I like the smooth curves on the Fat Boy PS5, for lack of a better term. And I actually do prefer the look of the digital one more. It just looks neat. And up next, let me start off by saying that we all know the PS5 Pro is going to happen. It's being worked on, and it's a matter of time before we get confirmation and a release date. Most likely around the end of 2024 or early 2025. My bet's going to be on 2025. There's been a swirl of rumors, as there always are, with regards to any new tech, but let's go over the latest updates. Now again, bear in mind, these are all rumors. Sony has obviously not confirmed anything. Its code name is Project Trinity, following the Matrix themed names that Sony uses. And studios are reportedly supposed to be receiving a dev kit by November this year. We've heard that the Pro will run faster on 23 teraflops, having faster load times, and is rumored to have an upgraded Ryzen APU with improved graphics and possibly native 8K. It's going to include better optimized ray tracing and be able to utilize a faster NVMe SSD for even faster loading times. Sony's looking to obtain a consistent FPS at 4K resolution and a new performance mode for 8K resolution in 8K gaming. Here are some specs that I've seen online for the PS5 Pro. Now again, please don't rely on this information to be concrete. So again, new custom APU, 8 cores based on Zen 4, integrated GPU with 30 workgroup processors, iGPU could be RDNA 3 or RDNA 3.5 architecture, APU could feature 96 ROPs, which is compared 50% more compared to the base PS5, higher CPU clocks, 16 gigabytes memory, potential enhancement to the built-in NVMe SSD. For memory, we're looking at 1TB minimum with expandable storage, kind of similar to what we have right now. And there might be an easier way to upgrade rather than opening up the console to put in an NVMe SSD, kind of similar to what Xbox has, like a memory card to plug in. Now, as far as the 8K part goes, I don't really think that's going to happen, or that's even accurate, because we don't even have affordable TVs that offer 8K resolution right now. Even OLED TVs are pretty expensive, so I don't really see the point of offering something that's going to be targeted for a very limited audience. There was an accidental release of the PS5 Pro's existence back in May 2022 during a TCL showcase. Now, this information is really old, so who knows how accurate this is or if it was just speculation from them. So you can see in 2023, 2024, they reported a new Xbox Series S and X, PS5 Pro, 2160 resolution, 60 to 120 render rate, Ultra HD at 8K, outputting 60 to 120 Hz, and then a new GPU there. As far as design, it might be a little beefier compared to the current slim version, going based off how the PS4 Pro was. Now for the price, we all remember how the $600 PS3 went down in history. So I think it's safe to say that for them to stay competitive, Sony's going to try to keep the PS5 Pro at around $500 to $550 and lower the price of the original PS5. For release date, like I said, we're looking at most likely late 2024 or early 2025. Most likely it's going to be around 2025. I don't think 2024 is a reality since we're now getting a redesign in November, but who knows. But if you're thinking about buying the current PS5 or waiting for the Pro, honestly, if you're interested in the games out right now, you might as well get the current console that's available right now, or wait till next month to get the newer slim version, because we don't really have any concrete information and we're not even really sure when we're going to get the Pro. But yeah, that's kind of all the rumors and stuff going around right now as far as the PS5 Pro goes. Again, I don't think the 8K is going to be a reality, at least for the PS5 Pro, until TVs are much cheaper, but who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a go.